Hi, beauties. Welcome back to another episode of Cultivating Clarity. I just want to take a minute and thank you for your continued support. And I would love to hear from you anytime you've got questions or would love to hear something discussed. So, today I want to talk about what it means to hold space, as well as having multiple feelings. So, kind of both ends of that spectrum because my boys have been home for the month for Christmas break. And they leave this week to go back to Kansas, which is 13 hours from me. And I remember dropping them off in August and coming home. And as I was coming home, I was just having, and even leading up to it, I was having all of these feelings. And every time I would try to express how sad I was, people would inevitably say, well, aren't you so proud of them? And don't worry, they're going to be great. Yes, I was proud of them. I am proud of them. I know they're going to be fine, but I'm also sad. And I just find that a lot of times we either have to talk ourselves out of our feelings or we have somebody else just trying to make us feel better. And, that's not a bad thing when you have people who love you and are well intentioned, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's really important that as we are feeling multiple things, that we have somewhere safe to just feel those feelings. And then also, when we have someone who's struggling, that we're able to hold space for them. So let's talk about what is holding space. You may or may not have heard that term. I only heard it for the first time about a year ago. And when I heard it, I thought of all the people in my life who just hold space for me when I allow that. So, holding space really just means creating a safe environment for someone to feel their feelings where they can really um, just be safe. Where if you are providing that space, that you are present with them, that once they're feeling that you can listen, that you can, just validate them. And that's what holding space is. So, what it's not is trying to fix. And I am so guilty of that. I am a fixer. Like somebody said, if I say, oh, what can I do for you? And somebody says, pray for me. I'm like, well, yeah, but what else? Like, I want to be doing something. And what I've learned in this concept of holding space and through my healing journey is that it's okay to just be in that discomfort because without feeling those feelings, we can't process them and then we can't move through that. If we push it off, push it off, push it off, we just stay stuck there for an extended period of time. When if we have someone where we can go and be safe with, we can definitely just process that out loud, think through things, and then grow forward. It doesn't mean it's going to stop hurting, but it is going to be a way for you to be free and to go along in your journey. So I just want to remind you, if you are that person for someone else, all you have to do is just sit and listen. I think you'd probably agree that sometimes when we are talking out loud, we solve our own problems, right? But when friends come to us, we can have, or family even, we can have that tendency to want to fix, to console, to be always on the positive side of things. And it's okay to just sit there and listen and empathize and say, that does suck. That's so hard. I'm sorry you're going through that. And just be able to hear without having something that you want to say. Once they're all done with that feeling out loud, because it's going to take time for them to continue to work through that. But if you're sitting down with someone and they're talking, once they're finished with that, if you've got something to say, you can say, would you like some feedback or some of my opinion, or do you just want me to listen? And then if they're in the space where they feel like they can take some words from you of encouragement or advice, anything like that, they can tell you. And if they're not, it's okay to just allow that. They may not be ready, and that's okay. On the flip side, if you are the one feeling the feelings, it's okay to feel those feelings without the pressure of working through them. I think that is something that I'm very good at. I feel feelings. I'm a very wear my heart on my sleeve kind of person. And yet I wasn't ever giving myself time to process through what was happening. I was just trying to move through it quickly to get past it. So instead of stuffing, I would just be like, okay, yeah, that stinks. Okay, let's move along. When some things just take a long time to heal, and I had to be used to, I wouldn't say comfortable, I just had to be used to being uncomfortable, because it's in that discomfort where we grow the most. And that doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong, and it doesn't mean that you're doing anything that's bad. You're just feeling your feelings, and there's nothing wrong with that. We want to just be careful on how we act on those feelings. Okay. We don't want to be self-destructive or hurting other people, but it's okay to feel what you need to feel. And so, back to my example with my boys, I felt a rainbow of emotions. I was so excited for them, so proud of them. I was thankful they were going to live together, so neither would be alone. Um, I was just thankful. I could see all the great things, but I was also sad. I still can get sad about that. I'm sad to send them back because it's hard and things are changing and things are different. And that's okay. I can feel all of those feelings, and so can you. Doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean you're ungrateful. It doesn't mean you're not content. It just means that you're a human woman working through some stuff. And once you're able to be vulnerable enough to accept that, it starts to move into that process of healing. So I hope that you have someone to hold space for you now that you know what it is. Maybe you've thought of someone right now that you can tap on the shoulder when you need it. I hope you feel better equipped to hold space for your friends and family. If you need help or your friends and family need help, I love holding space. That's part of why I love my coaching position, because I love to hold space for people. And I love to ask the questions that maybe they haven't thought of. And have this little superpower of hearing things people haven't said out loud. And if that interests you, you could definitely book a discovery session with me. It's just a 30-minute call where we get to know each other and see if working together is a good fit. And that's totally free, only 30 minutes. And then from there, if you decide that you want to work with me, we just pick a package, and that just means a length of time that we would work together. I would love to talk to you. I would love to hold space with you. Even if that is not something that you need right now, I hope you tuck this in your pocket for a later date. I love you. I want the best for you, and I will see you next week.